What's up, guys? Popo here, and I got a lot to talk about today, actually. One about the MPC, the CV gates that are on the back of it, right? They got 1 through 8, or on the MPC One, I believe, you do have some CV gates. Now, if you've seen the leak for the MPC Live 2 or MK2 or whatever it is, in the back, if you look at the CV gates, it has 1, 2, or 1, 3, 2, 5. It already separates those for you. And the smart thing about that is right now, in my case, I have to use CV1 and CV2 because one sends a CV voltage for your tone and the other one sends the gate to allow when the sound goes in and out. And it looks like, and I think it's a smart idea on the back of it to have 1 and 3 already tied in. This way you can actually go into these different boxes and because there's no ADSR or anything in some of these, and if you don't have a big system, that could be a problem. Like going into the Behringer with your CV gates, it kind of drones a little bit, but even with the gate going out, you have to have it going into your attack, decay, sustain, and release. But yeah, it's just crazy. I just thought that that was really cool. Another thing that I want to go ahead and talk about is whenever you get a new piece of gear, all right, there's YouTubers out there that are genuinely trying to help, all right. I might say oscillator, or I might not pronounce every single thing right, but I'm here to help. I want to point you in the right direction. And I was watching a buddy of mine on Instagram, and he brought up a good point about haters and people on social media forums and stuff like that. If you have ever gone to an MPC forum, and this is any of them, it doesn't matter which one you're on, even if you're an administrator on it, I'm sorry, but this is the truth. There's always some jerk that's going to be inside of there that has something smart to say. And it's very discouraging whenever you spend this kind of money on a product and you're asking somebody for help, you know, and they got that little stupid smiley face or a stupid look face or whatever it is. It's like, if you're trying to avoid that, man, I promise you, I can get you in and out of your MPC, especially if you have an X. If not, I can point you in the right direction where it's no bull crap. Ain't nobody gonna sit there and say, oh, your beat's a bad beat, or your sound sucks, or, just a thumbs down your video just because, all right? And people out there are here, we're here to support. And there are some people out there that can ruin a good time. That being said, don't let it ruin what you're doing. Remember that you're a leader, okay? You follow for so long, but then you have to lead, and the lead must follow, of course. But whenever you're trying to make your music and everything like that, don't let other people influence you. Always stay true, always be yourself, always do your thing. And that's what makes you unique, not you trying to be like somebody else. Like, I made a video on this make noise thing the other day. It was the first patch that I ever made. And it's kind of like what's running in the background. You can kind of hear it. And I got some mad thumbs down and stuff like that. And I was like, it doesn't really matter to me because most of the time I'm looking at my phone sideways and I don't know if it's a thumbs up or thumb. But why didn't you like it? What, because it was a hater, or because it's not my fault that you don't put your priorities first and spend your money on things that you think that you like. Instead, you spend it on other stuff and just, it's one thing to say, hey, I'm going to do this, and then it's another thing to do it. So I'm sorry. I mean, I don't go out. I don't do nothing. I go from work to the store to buy stuff, wires. All this stuff costs money, and this is not a joke. This is very serious stuff. And to be putting people down for any reason, man, right now is not a good time. No time's a good time to be putting people down. So if you need some help on this thing, man, if you're having problems sequencing out your drums, or recording and sequencing your audio, if you have any questions on what it can or can't do, because if you ask that on a forum, you're going to get some stupid jerk response. So I thought that that would be a good point to talk about. one more thing, if you think it's too late to start a YouTube channel, you're wrong. And times like this where everybody's kind of like stressed out and stuff like that and kind of have to be at home, I'm glad that I did, because it's a source of income. It's passive income. And if you're interested in learning how to make money doing what you love, if you think, man, I'm not going to get on stage, but I love making music, but I want to make money doing that, I can show you the path that you want to take to go on and do that. Yeah, I can make a video about it and all that, but if you want to come in one-on-one contact with somebody who actually will give you the second of a day and will answer your question to the best of their ability, give me a shot, man. We ain't doing nothing anyway, you know what I mean? And your songs aren't going to do anything sitting in your box. So, other than that, man, it's been a while since I've had a good boost of energy, and I thought that I would come down here today and just talk about that. But for the MPC Live, yeah, it's kind of hard to find one. They're making gold ones. I've been right about the whole process all along, and whenever they come out with the MPC X 2 or whatever it's going to be, guarantee that it's going to run virtual VSTs. Because what else is there? I mean, the Force has the hype synth, and then, I mean, it's the same platform, just doesn't come with software. It's just weird how they're making all kinds of money off of all this stuff, which I love my MPC, but I'm going modular, and I'm basically using this to sequence everything. And if I can find a module out there that does it, because let me tell you something, there's nothing like seeing something being built. And I've talked to Richard, man, and seen him build these modules, and that's why I buy them, because it's one-on-one. It's one-on-one. I have a mom and pop shop, and it's the same feeling when you're buying from a smaller company like them, and they genuinely are there to help also. And I think it's cool. I'm like, dude, Rich, how do I do this? What is this? What is that? Asking like second grade questions, and he'll give me, second grade answers. That's where I understand. But as far as the Make Noise ambient kit, man, big shout out to the guys from Reverb. They did a hell of a job staying in contact with me. They asked me, do when you order something and you get it, you that's a lot of money, man. So it's like, okay, I got my money. Where is this? It's like they sent me a thing. We received your payment. We did a shipping label. Would you like me to put this together for you? I'm like, yes, please do. It doesn't really matter, but yeah, do that. So the dude took a picture, like on the work desk after it was assembled, asked me if it looked good. I sent him emails, like 5 or 6 emails. It was a lot of communication. And this was before lockdown too, so very, very, very good customer support and customer service. And you're talking with the guy who built it, and they're really, they're very smart. I tried to build one of these, and I started looking at the specs, and should have paid attention to how to read music, because then I wouldn't have needed any of this. I could have just wrote it down in a little book, all the harmonies and things, and I'd be like, here, sell that. But I also should have paid attention to math and a lot of trigonometry, and it's a sine wave, man. Come on. It's like, come on. If they would have just showed me this box in my electrical engineering class, I would have been happy. But and if anybody's out in St. Louis, man, I'm thinking about opening up a school to where, until there's not virtual reality, but the augmented reality, where you can actually sit in my studio and not have these boxes actually touching them with sensors and stuff. This is what I have to have. I'm not going to make samples any other way. And what my goal is to be able to make samples for, like, if a program comes out like Fruity Loops or Ableton in the future, they might consider, hey, this guy makes his own sounds, and be like, that's all I want. Just be like, put it on something where people can have original sounds, because all these noises start out with like a bang. That's it. It's bzzz. It don't make noise. It just makes a humming noise, and then you just kind of tune it in from there. Oh man, that's a lot of stuff, guys. So I'm waiting for the reason why I haven't gone over any of these modules and compared any oscillators or LFO rates or anything like that is because I'm waiting on one more module, and it's the Modax or Modrax. I'm saying it all wrong because I'm learning, and I'm speaking as I'm learning. But it's a module, and it's going to allow 4 inputs, so I can plug in my Behringer, my Model D, my grandmother, my Pittsburgh Liveforms double helix, and compare each of the sine waves. It's just fun for me to do that. I'm going to show you guys that too. So it's got a tuner on it. I know the MPC doesn't have a tuner, so if you want to plug a guitar into there, or if you get a sample, it's like what tune is it? What key is it in? You could put it for what key you want to play, but it'll play it out of tune in that key. So it's a lot of here and there's, but I'm betting on a bigger, badder MPC. And will I get it? I don't know. I'm happy with the one that I got. It does everything that I'm looking for sequencing wise, and all I really need is like a clock divider, which I got on the MPC. It's got XY effects, it's got reverb, and tons of other things where I can go audio into it. And that's what's fun about everything here. So you can feed it into each other and create very, very big fat sounds and cool drums and stuff like that. So right on, guys, I'm gonna cut it there before the camera cuts off and see if I can upload this. And when I get the data module in, I got the black one. I can't wait to, and I look forward to seeing you guys. So if anything, just let me know how you're doing. You know, it don't matter if you like the video or not, but I do think about all you guys all the time. So.